Hello and welcome everybody. This is a video about me, Dr. Christine Sauer, the health lady, how I became the person I am today. The title of my little video today is Lessons I Learned from My Teddy Bear. Now you have to know, I was a precocious child born in Germany, Western Germany, to parents who were scientists. And at age 4, I had a sweet little teddy bear, and I knew I wanted to be a healer, so I practiced on my teddy bear and on my dolls. Now, my teddy bear made a little brum noise when you turned it over. And I just could not stand the note, not to know why he'd made that brum noise. So I cut up his belly and discovered the innards, mostly sawdust, but also the prized noisemaker. I was so proud. My mother was horrified, obviously, and she made me sew everything back together. That's how I started my career in healthcare. So I grew up, turned to books, and I especially loved a health dictionary. In these times before internet and computers, we actually read books for the younger ones of you, and the health lexicon I read from cover to cover. I especially liked the transparent pages in the front that showed sections of the human body, one after the other, and I went through it for hours and hours studying the anatomy. It was immense. Then I went through everything in my parents' library, everything in the city's library, and when I was a teenager, I tried to experiment, so I went out for nature walks, collected herbs, and I made some tinctures and creams and tried to make concoctions. It was quite interesting. And when I read a book about acupuncture, I tried it on myself. With little steel pins, I sterilized over candle flame. Now, I don't recommend that to anybody. And it hurt and I didn't like it. Then, acupuncture is great now. So, growing up, I finished high school in Germany. I went to university, then started medical school, then I got married and had 2 boys. I was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years to start raising the boys. That's not what really I wanted. I wanted to become a doctor, a healer. So I finished my medical school and worked in my ex-husband's family office. And then I entered a residency to become a dermatologist, a skin doctor, and I opened my own office in Braunschweig in Germany to be a skin doctor and with a specialty in allergies. And as a naturopath in Germany, you can combine a conventional trained physician with a naturopath. It's not separate like it is in North America. Just makes more sense like that. And I had a successful office, it grew fast, I had a wait list, wonderful, but I had problems. In Germany, to survive, you have to have a very short time per patient, about 5 minutes for a specialist, which was totally unsatisfactory. And I worked 14, 16-hour days to get my dermatology office flourishing and helped my ex-husband in his family office, and eventually I got sick. My back gave out on me, 2 discs slipped, and I had to be in the hospital for 4 weeks learning to walk again. After that, I tried everything I knew, did exercises, physical therapy, cortisone injections. I didn't want surgery. That's something I wanted to wait on. And I started to work part-time again, and I probably would be still in Germany if it hadn't been much worse. What happened is that my back gave out again. And then I went depressed. I fell in a deep hole. And my ex-husband decided to commit suicide. That's pretty much the lowest point I was in. And I decided to sell my office, my flourishing office, and finish what my ex-husband started, to immigrate to Canada to enable our sons, for one, in international education, and for two, not to have to serve in the German compulsory military service. So I came to Halifax by myself with two teenage sons who weren't the nicest. My ex-husband had problems and wasn't very good to me, so I was more or less a doormat then. I was at the lowest point in my life when I came to Halifax in February 1998, and I tried to commit suicide. Fortunately, a little voice told me not to do it. Instead, I went to the emergency room and I got the help I needed. I was 4 weeks in the Nova Scotia Hospital and in the Abbey Lane in Halifax and Dartmouth. And afterwards, I went for 6 weeks to the day hospital. I learned the word assertiveness, and all that changed my life. I still was quite sick. My back was bad. I was very heavy. And I wasn't well at all. And I struggled with my health for 10 to 15 years before I finally learned enough and decided to apply what I knew to myself. I changed my nutrition, I changed my lifestyle, and with the help of all modalities, conservative, conventional, alternative, naturopathic medicine, physiotherapy, chiropractor, massage therapy, lifestyle and nutrition changes, all together, I went better. And I am well now, and I would love to share my knowledge with you. I met my soulmate, I wanted to say, my dear husband, in 1999. And since then, it has been going steady uphill. He's still my biggest support and somebody to fall back on when I don't feel good. Most days, I jump out of bed happy with the thought, who can I help today? Whose life can I change today? And that's my mission. And now I want to tell everybody there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you struggle with illness, mental illness, there is recovery. And if you combine every modality, you will get better. And that's what I learned from my teddy bear at age 4. And I still think of my teddy bear and wish I still had him, ugly as he was after I sewed it back together. But that always reminded me what I really am about.